A very good evening to one and all. In our earlier videos, we have studied list in detail. In our today's video, we are going to study dictionaries. A dictionary is like a list, but in list, always we use index to access list elements. And we know that our index values will be always in integers. Whereas in dictionary, indices may be of any type and always we will be accessing our dictionary elements using key. Dictionary is a mapping between set of indices that are known as keys and a set of values. As I have stated, each key maps to a value. The association of a key and a value is called key value pair, or sometimes even we call it as an item. In dictionary, keys are unique while values may not be. What I mean to say is, whichever values we are using as a key, all the values should be in terms of unique. Keys cannot be duplicate, whereas values can be duplicate. The values of a dictionary can be of any type, but the keys must be of an immutable data type, such as strings, numbers, or tuples. Here we are not giving chance to end user to modify key elements. How to create dictionary? Creating dictionary is as simple as placing items inside curly braces, and each element or item should be separated by comma. An item has a key and the corresponding value expressed as a pair key colon value. While values can be of any data type and can repeat, whereas keys must be of immutable type and must be unique. In our below slide, we will see different ways of creating dictionaries. First one is creating my dictionary with empty, and if you observe, we are not placing any element inside curly braces, hence my dictionary is empty. Dictionary with integer keys. If you observe, my dictionary is having two elements and each element is described as a key value pair. In this example, 1 and 2 are acting as a key elements, apple and ball are acting as a value. First element of my dictionary is 1 colon apple, 1 is key, apple is value. Similarly, second element key is 2 and value is ball. Even sometimes dictionary may have list as an element. If you use my dictionary equal to name colon John, in this name will be acting as a key, whereas John is acting as an value. Similarly, 1 colon, if you observe, my element value is list and that particular list is having 3 values 2, 4, 3. In this case, 1 is acting as a key and 2, 4, 3. This entire list is acting as an value for key element 1. We can also create dictionary by calling a dictionary constructor by passing arguments as an values. Accessing values in dictionary. If you observe this example, here my dictionary is having 3 elements with key elements as name, age, class, and value associated with each key is Zara 7 first. When I would like to print name of the particular person, what I would like to say is dictionary 1 of name. Here name is key and always in dictionary we will access value associated with each key by using name of the key. In this case, name is acting as a key, hence when I say dictionary 1 of name, it will return value Zara. Similarly, when I say dictionary 1 of age, it will return age value, that is 7. Here age is acting as an key. The way we update or insert values in the list, in the same fashion we can do it with respect to dictionary also. Below examples, if you see here, it is again dictionary 1 is having 3 elements with key values name, age, class, and values associated with each key is Zara 7 first. Here I would like to update the value of age from 7 to 8, and again I can do this by using key element age. When I say dictionary 1 of age equal to 8, it will overwrite the value of age from 7 to 8. And at the same time I would like to add one more element to the dictionary. I can do that by stating dictionary 1 of school equal to DPS school. In this case, school will be acting as again key element, and value associated with that is DPS school. Hence, when I print dictionary 1 of age and dictionary 1 of school, the updated element as well as newly added element are displaying values as 8 and DPS school. Deleting dictionary elements. We can delete a dictionary elements using delete function. If our intention is to delete one element from a dictionary, we can use a related key to delete that particular element. If our intention is to delete multiple keys, then we need to call delete function again and again on each key. For example, if I want to delete name, I will say delete dictionary 1 of name, and this will remove a element which is associated with name, that is name colon Zara is removed from the dictionary. Only left out elements will be age colon 7 and class colon first. If my intention is to remove all the elements which are part of my defined dictionary 1, I will call clear function. In this case, it will delete all the elements associated with dictionary, but a dictionary name is still exist with empty. When I say only delete dictionary 1 without passing any argument, it will delete entire dictionary and you cannot have access to that particular dictionary. Reason behind that is, here I have deleted not only elements, even I remove a dictionary which is name which is associated with defined dictionary, that is dictionary 1, and no more dictionary 1 is present. Hence, when I try to access age and school of that particular dictionary values, I will get error. Same thing is shown in an output. Dictionary values have no restrictions. They can be any arbitrary Python object, either standard objects or user defined object. However, same is not true for the keys. Or what we can say is, here we are not putting any restriction on values, whereas our key element should be unique with respect to dictionary. There are two properties which are associated with keys, and that first one is more than one entry per key is not allowed. This means no duplicate key is allowed. When duplicate keys are encountered during assignment, the last assignment wins. Similarly, keys must be immutable. As we have studied, immutable is nothing but we are not allowing anyone to modify our key value which is defined inside our dictionary. This means you can use strings, numbers or tuples as dictionary keys, but something like placing inside square bracket key value is not allowed. If you observe below examples here, dictionary 1 is having 3 elements, name, age, as well as again name. As it is stated in our first property, if more than one entry per key is done, then last assignment will be win. that is nothing but a first name is overwritten by Zara by money. Hence, in an output, when I try to print name, it is printing money, because a name is defined twice in our dictionary and the last assignment will be always considered, and before assigned values will be overwritten by last element. And also in second property we have stated that we will not be able to use key value inside square bracket. This example shows that we are placing name inside square bracket, due to that it is throwing typo error. Dictionaries and files. One of the most common use of dictionary is to count the number of occurrences of words in a given file, and we are assuming that there is a file name with bio.txt and it is containing these strings with number of times, how many times it is repeated is shown with respect to value. So how to write program to count the number of occurrences of words within a given file? For that, first we are reading name of the file from end user using input function, and we know that there is a possibility of throwing exception in case of file, and possible cases to throw exception is, suppose the entered name is not proper, or entered file name is not part of our current directory, or entered file name is or path name is not proper. Fourth case is if user is not having read or write permission, and last one is if everything is perfect but file itself is corrupted, then also it's not possible to open file. Hence, there is a possibility of whenever we are calling open function may throw exception. Hence, we are placing that particular line of code inside try block, and whenever exception is thrown, we will catch through except block, and I am saying end user that file cannot be opened, and I am printing name of the file. Once file is not able to open, further I cannot perform any operation on that file. So hence I am calling exit function to end or terminate the program. Suppose open function is successfully executed. I have not specified mode of the file in which we want to open. So by default, mode of the file will be always a read. Hence, my given file will be opened for read operation. If you see here, house equal to dictionary, this line of statement create counts as a dictionary with empty, and after that, if you see, we are reading line by line using for loop through file handler, and once I read line, I am splitting a line into words by calling our built-in function split on that particular line. Line dot split splits the line into number of words, and splitted words will be stored into the list words. After that, using one more for loop, I am reading each word from the list of words, and then inside for loop I am going to check whether particular word is part of my dictionary or not. For that, I am using a built-in operator, that is not in. If the word is not part of my dictionary, then I am inserting that word and I am initializing value by 1. Suppose that word is already present in my dictionary, I am simply incrementing the value of that count by 1. The same thing will be repeated until and unless it reaches to the end of the file. Once it reaches to the end of the file, for loop will be terminated, and when it comes outside, I am printing count. Count is here dictionary and all the elements will be in the form of key and value. Hence, it is printing all your string or words with respect to how many times they are repeated. The logic for that is, as I have stated, after splitting line into words, when I read word by word from words, I am checking whether that particular read word is part of your dictionary or not. If it is part of dictionary, in else part, simply I am incrementing the value. If it is not part of my dictionary, I am inserting that word and initializing that count to 1. And also we need to understand, not in returns true if the word is not present in dictionary. If word is present, it will return false. Due to that, it will go to else part. Looping and dictionaries. As we have studied our list, we can traverse list using for loop. In the same fashion, we can traverse our dictionary elements too. Again, for traversing, we are using key element with respect to for, and we are not using any value. As we know that values can be duplicated, whereas keys will be always unique. Hence, whenever we are performing any operation on dictionary, always we will perform operations using key value. If you observe same example, counts equal to Chuck colon 1, Annie 42, John 100. For key in counts, I am printing just key and value associated with that. Hence, in an output, you can see that Chuck 1, Annie 42, John 100. In our below example, I am performing same thing. The only difference is here I want to print if and only if the value associated with each key is greater than 10. Hence, the value associated with Chuck is 1. It is not greater than 10. It is not printed in on output console. Whereas Annie and John are having values 42 and 100 respectively, and both of these are having value greater than 10. Hence, in an output we can see that Annie 42, John 100. These are the some of the function or definitions. Dictionary, a mapping from a set of keys to their corresponding values. Hash table, the algorithm which we use to implement Python dictionaries. Hash function, it helps us to calculate the location for a given key. Histogram, a set of counters. Implementation, a way of performing computation. Item, another name for a key value pair. Key, an object that appears in dictionary as the pair of a key value pair, and always it should be unique. Key value pair, the representation of the mapping from a key to a value. Lookup, a dictionary operation that takes a key and find the corresponding value associated with key. Nested loops, when there are one or more loops inside of another loop, the inner loop runs to the completion each time the outer loop runs once. A value, an object that appears in dictionary as the second part of a key value pair. This is more specific than our previous use of the word value, and values may be duplicate in case of dictionary. In our next video, we are going to study in detail about tuples. Thank you.